My journey to this point has been an interesting one. I feel like it just keeps getting better and better. When I was younger, I was born without a fibula bone in my right leg. I was born with a condition called fibular hemimelia. And so when I started walking, that was when my parents noticed my foot was turned out to the side. They brought me in. We saw several specialists, and they found out what I had, and they chose to amputate, which is still the best option to this day. At 2 years old, I was fit with a prosthetic. And at 4, I started playing sports. And I never looked back. My parents always treated me like the rest of the kids, and I really took to sports. And growing up, I played different sports: softball, volleyball. I played a little soccer sometimes, basketball. And when I got to middle school, I really found comfort in sports. In high school, I ended up playing basketball and volleyball. But throughout that whole time, I was teased and picked on, and so I really learned to hate my disability and love who I was as an athlete. In high school, I learned of a guy by the name of Mike Edwards who played basketball at Notre Dame. He walked on, and I made it my goal. I was like, I want to play Division I basketball in college. And volleyball at the time was something I liked to do, but I knew in college I would be more successful playing with one leg in basketball. In high school, I was recruited by a few different teams, and I chose Cal State Northridge. And I did not know, but at the time, I became the first female amputee to play Division I basketball. It was the hardest thing I feel like I've ever had to do. The coaches, I asked them to treat me like all the rest of the players. And I carried with me the hate for my disability, and I wore tall socks and pretended like I wasn't an amputee. And I asked others to treat me that way as well. It wasn't until the Paralympic team came into my life that I recognized like I am a whole person as an athlete with a disability. And it was really great timing. In my sophomore year, I had a really devastating loss of my grandfather, and the Paralympic team came and walked into my life. They had came and trained at Cal State Northridge, and sure enough, they reached out to my basketball coach, invited me to a training camp. So I went and tried it out at a qualifier actually in Atlanta, and I felt like fish out of water. I had to take my leg off in front of the public for the first time since I was young, and I loved it. Every single girl welcomed me. I learned of their stories, and then slowly but surely I started to come out of my shell, and I made a 180. I was very negative before being a part of the sitting volleyball team. I became like myself. I became a whole person, which was an athlete with a disability, playing both able-bodied sports and disabled sports. So then I completed my time at Cal State Northridge in 2008 and quickly went to the Beijing Paralympics, where we won silver. That first opportunity to walk through the tunnel and people are chanting USA, and you get goosebumps. Then you get into the competition venue and it's on. And then just the whole experience of winning and playing in the gold medal match is what you've worked that hard for. And literally every ounce, every cell of your body is trying to do what you came to do. In Rio and after the gold, it was I just lost it. Like everything, everything comes to that conclusion of like, I gave up all of the times away from my family and spent all of the energy, in my entire life to do this. This is why we do what we do. I think I want it more for my teammates. And I want it more for every single person that's supporting us day in and day out, because I know what it's like to have it. And so now I'm really motivated by the people that are supporting me to do it again. Not to mention, I always want to win. So I always have that like fire under my eyes. Like I want to beat up the person on the other side of the net. Not really, but playing volleyball, I do. USA Volleyball, the path to the podium.